Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that I didn't do a video yesterday for the Demon Hunter Storm the Gates of Hell album review. That video is coming today for sure, so definitely tune into that. But I wanted to return to you for a special video for more talk on the Devil Wears Prada Color Decay album that I've actually grown to actually like now. After repeated listens, it's grown on me a lot more than I thought. So we're gonna discuss about this album a little bit more into detail. So I'm gonna discuss what I know I've listened to for Devil Wears Prada's new album, Color Decay, because I know it's been out for 2 days now. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. It's not a bad album. It's actually a pretty good album for sure. And I'm kind of gonna bump the rating up a bit. So, yeah, let's dive right into this special video for more talk on the Devil Wears Prada Color Decay album. Now I did a review for it, I think on the 15th, I believe, and I thought it was average at the time. I wasn't sure what I was thinking about when listening to it. This album is pretty good now, after listening to it 3 or 4 times now. So, yeah, basically, I really think Trapped has grown on me. I wasn't sure if I was going to like that at first. 25 is pretty interesting of a track, it's pretty good. But the last 3 songs, I don't know what I feel for with those tracks. It's an album that's going to take a little bit more time to grow on me. So it's one of those kinds of albums you gotta really dive into and see if you're gonna like it or not. But yeah, I enjoyed majority of the singles. They were pretty good. Time is one of the best ones, for sure. 25 is an interesting one. So this was a more cohesive album for them and really toned down with how the sound and the mixing and all that is for this album. It sounds pretty dark for sure. Um, but that was what they were going for with this album. And the last song, Cancer, is not a bad song. It's probably one of the stronger tracks. I'd probably give it a 5. But Fire and Hallucinate are the weird ones. I don't know what I feel for with those ones. Fire, I'm still giving a 4 out of 5. And Hallucinate, I'll give a 4.5. I don't hate that song. I just don't know what I think of it. Mike Renika's screaming vocals in it are pretty good, but then there's some auto-tune mixing with his voice, the deep auto-tune stuff. It just doesn't execute very well, and it kind of ruins the song a bit, in my opinion. But yeah, but still, the Devil Wears Prada Color Decay. I did enjoy Exhibition. Um, Salt was a pretty good one. I gave that a 5 out of 5. You can definitely go check out my album review for it. This is the more updated version to it now because I've grown to really listen to it a lot more after the past few days, and it's grown on me a lot more. So, yeah, Broken's a pretty good song. It's really melodic, but that's what they were going for with that one. Sacrifice is a banger. Watchtower is a banger. Time's still my favorite song. 25's grown to be my favorite song. It's more darker, but with a more sense of uh, kind of a raw emotion with Mike Renika's screams. So, yeah. Noise was pretty good too, so yeah. And Cancer is getting a 5 out of 5 now because it was a great closer. It just is a pretty weird song for sure. Lyrically, it's pretty weird where they're saying they hope that it's cancer. And I'm like, why do you want to hope for that? That's a horrible disease to go through, a horrible illness to suffer through. I'm just seeing the irony in that lyric, and I'm like, oh my god, that's just downright dark. So yeah, but still, the song was pretty good. It sounded nice, but to end the album, but yeah, it just was a dark song for sure. So overall, I think The Devil Wears Prada Color Decay as of now. I've grown to really like this album. It's going to be on my best albums now. So for an updated score, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. This is a pretty good listen. I just wasn't sure what I was thinking when I listened to it at first, because I had my doubts about it when hearing it for the first time, but it's an album you gotta listen to a few more times to see if it grows on you. It's one of those kinds of albums. So it's a very cohesive record, but there are a few downsides, like Fire and Hallucinate are the weird ones. Fire, probably the weakest one. It just sounds really mixed poorly, in my opinion, but it's still a decent song lyrically. It's just the lyrics are really good, but the mixing and the production of the song kind of is wonky. So, yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for this More Talk on Devil Wears Prada Color Decay album. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the More Talk on the Devil Wears Prada Color Decay album if you enjoyed this special video. And if you enjoyed this special video, the more updated version to this album that I reviewed a few days ago on the 15th, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I'll have the Demon Hunter Storms the Gates of Hell album review come out soon. And then after that, there's going to be a certain special video. It's kind of a response video to some people that trash my Mars Volta album review and were pretty negative. I don't want to make a response video to that. It's just I'm gonna just basically tell it like it is, and if they don't like it, oh well. But still, it just got to me the other day, and I was like, oh my god, these people suck, honestly. The Mars Volta fans. So, yeah. I don't know, they were just so bashing my review, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, I worked really hard on that review, and if you didn't like it, go find someone else to watch. You don't need to watch me. Um, but still, me review it, of course, but still, everyone's got their own opinion and their own likes and dislikes with YouTubers and all that, but basically, I put out pretty good content. Um, I guess they didn't like that I didn't go into deep explanation and were very butthurt with how I was viewing the album. So, and how I was explaining about each song in the album. But still, that's their opinion. Oh, fucking well. But still, I'm gonna be returning to you for Demon Hunter's Storm the Gates of Hell album review next. So definitely tune into that. Hope you enjoyed this special video for more talk on the Devil Wears Prada Color Decay album. I did the best I could to make this video as good as possible. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10 as of now. So stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon in my next review.